To the woman I heard asking for help, where are you?
Hello?
Yeah, you're coming through. What's your location? I can...
Meet our protagonist, the Burger Shack survivor. In a world where civilization has crumbled and the undead roam the streets, survival is not just a game, it's a way of life. Forced to rummage through houses just to find supplies to keep on living. Our character in this story does not stop. Our character does not falter. Our character finds a way to live in the apocalypse. And I hope you enjoy. Our story starts off with the survivor, clearly acquainted with the circumstances of the Knox County infection, rummaging through buildings, once filled with people, now empty. You wouldn't believe the things Lexi has seen during the outbreak. When you're faced with flesh-eating zombies, you're forced to adapt. After fending off any incoming zombies, Lexi takes shelter in a nearby home, making sure to learn from previous mistakes and remove any glass, opting to learn as much as possible from life and living. Before the outbreak, a bike had been stored in a nearby garage, not only quiet, but also compact. It would serve to be useful early on. Once the outer perimeter had been cleared, the next episode of Life and Living was airing on television. The VHSs for these televisions can be found in-game, but getting them early on will serve very useful for late game, as they provide much experience that is very difficult to grind manually. Before nightfall, our survivor takes shelter in a nearby home, with a jeep parked right out front. Seeing that the engine was perfectly intact, the survivor decides to give it another go. Now equipped with a car, maneuverability and long-distance travel would be much easier. Moving her trusty bike into the trunk of the Jeep and heading off to survey the nearby area. Sheer will be the least of limitations for the survivor. Exertion can be deadly, and getting trapped out with nowhere else to go but fight will get you killed in the apocalypse. Knowing very well that every single day could be your last, preparation is vital in order to go on. The only thing that you can rely on will be your own will to live and the tools to fend off the dead, as well as any preparations made along the way. Knowledge in this new world is also vital to survival. With most of the world now infected, the living, they change, whether they like it or not, and the ones who don't are already long gone. Having cleared some of the houses on the block, there was a food store to the west and more buildings to the south. I decided to clear the supermarket first. After the southern parking lot was cleared, headed over to the west parking lot to clear that next. Having the south side of the supermarket now cleared, I head home to recover and rest for the next day, knowing farewell that fighting this battle would be necessary for all my food for the future. At the end of day 2, it began raining, so staying inside and exercising would be the best use of my time. This house would be my safe house for the next couple of weeks, allowing me to rest and recover, as well as sleep and catch my shows. Waking up bright and early at noon, I head downstairs to go catch the carpentry show. After the show ended, I spotted a couple of the undead just outside my safe house, deciding to go deal with them. Not being completely careful, I get myself almost bit. Inspecting my clothing, it was right on my neck, meaning that my leather jacket had saved my life.
Oh wow, that would have been bad.
Now understanding the importance of protective clothing, I patch up everything I possibly can and make sure to catch my show. My body ached from the running and swinging of yesterday, not quite used to the amount of exercise required for combat. Clearing more of the homes of the undead, I come across a very powerful hunting rifle, stashed with a box of ammo. On the drive home, I was able to mentally prepare for what's to come tomorrow. Waking up bright and early the next day at 6 a.m., I get my exercise in while watching the cooking show. Today would be a big day as I would finish clearing the supermarket, or at least what I thought would be the rest of it. Taking a quick peek inside, there only seemed to be a couple. The food that I found here would last me for the foreseeable future. At 12 o'clock, I rushed to get home to watch Life and Living, and, whoa.
Oh god.
The encounter that followed this day would be a fight for my life, to say the least. Just down the street of the supermarket, I came across a set of apartments that had a row of garages I hoped would contain a generator.
Fuck damn.
Having some time to loot, I find an opening in the incoming horde and make a run for it. I scramble to find my keys to start the car as the zombies approached from every side I could see. Now only a small portion has been cleared and my car has been marked on the map. I can continue to fight. After the fighting was finished, I marked a bookstore on the map and found a very important book that I needed for self-sustainability.
Found it.
I found 2 special maps with very special zombies on
Oh.
them and have a panic attack after fighting the entire horde that I just fought. While tending to my wounds, I thought about why. Why was this all happening to me? Why had this outbreak affected everybody but me? And then I heard a radio broadcast. Hello? Is anyone there? If you can hear me, I need help. Those things, they found me. I'm in my farmhouse outside. Address is... They're tearing down my barricades. I'm hiding in the attic. I was able to move my supplies up here. I have enough food to last me a few days, but when they get inside and don't find me, odds are they're just gonna stay put. If you could take them out or lead them away, I'll give you half of whatever I have.
To the woman I heard asking for help, where are you?
Hello?
Yeah, you're coming through. What's your location? I can come get you. I've got a car and gas. I can help you.
How do I know I can trust you?
I guess you don't. Do you want help or not?
I'm sorry, I can't.